Alex! Long time no see! Snap's voice is totally shot from being sick. Good to see you, though.
Not the voice.
Yeah, the voice. The voice is toast.
トレーナー、アイススケートをやったことはあるか？なければ教えるぞ。ちょっと得意なんだ。イベントが近いらしい。な。
Do a little housekeeping while I wait for people to join. But the goal tonight is to do a few last-minute career runs to try and train up some Umas before I go into the second bracket here of the current, what are they called? The CM8, the Sagittarius Cup. We're in the A bracket, and we need to see if we can maintain our position. So...
またカフェ巡りをしたいな。ふわふわのパンケーキ、あれは美味しかった。
Oh, what?
We return from the ads for more horse running.
So, I was not aware that they were going to be giving out this ticket. Nobody saw this coming, as far as I know. I guess we'll be pulling that as an added bonus.
I don't have my glasses, so I didn't see anything coming.
Boots followed the tracks and got hit by the train.
It was a very loud bird on that train track.
It was making a honking sound, so clearly it was like a giant goose or something, right? Apologies, I'll also be undergoing...
widely known as the hissing cobra chicken.
Frequent coughing and nose-blowing breaks here, probably. Hissing cobra chicken? I mean, on some levels, I would kind of almost rather deal with a cobra than a goose. Maybe not if it takes me by surprise, but... in a direct fight, I'll take the cobra over the goose.
みんな全力で行こう。
ゴルシ様についてきない？
私たちの勝ちだった。私より早いウマ娘たちがまだまだいると思うと胸が高鳴るな。
Oh geez, this can give quite a lot of different stuff. But it's random, so let's see what we get. And it's limited to stuff that came out before a certain point, so no sense in holding on to it. Oh, Smart Falcon. Okay. Well, that opens up another option for, like, parent stuff for me, at least.
達成したみ。
達成！確認を忘れずにな。
イベントが近いらしい。なんだかそわそわするな。
お、やんのか？いいぜ、来いよ。タイキックで培った脚力で舞台を踏み鳴らしてやるぜ。余裕余裕。気合いだ。
So I've already been running a gold ship in my team, but it's definitely not optimal. And I'm hoping I can train up a better one before we go into the second and final rounds here. Semi-finals and the finals. My team was okay enough for round 1, but it's definitely not strong enough, I don't feel like, for round 2 at the moment. Well, maybe it is with the new ogre I just trained, but... I would feel safer with a better gold ship.
Gold, I.
think I go guts on this one for this training. Not totally sure. It's been several days at least since I last tried to train Gold Ship. Let's try it.
飽きてきたでごるし。よっしゃ。
Just have to make sure I don't already have the buff. Since I've got at least like 2 or 3 different ways I can get it during my run. I do need to activate Rico soon, but I really want to get these two trained up as well. Well, friendshipped up, I suppose. And here's one of the other events. And I almost just clicked it out of habit. You know what, for Gold Ship, I think I need to choose the speed option here.
早くしねえと勝手にどっか行っちまうぞ。余裕余裕。余裕余裕。今日はどうする。行くぜ。
How you been, by the way, Hoots? It's been ages. You still stream, by the way? I haven't seen you on in a long time. You might just be streaming in different hours than I'm around, but...
貫禄すら感じて
You need to bring up my reference real quick here. It might actually be kind of funny to put Stamina Eater on Gold Ship. Oh, I might not hit Rico in time. That would be unfortunate. I will not. Oh. She does have a habit of not showing up for the last couple of trainings. Oh well, I miss out on some free stats there. Oh, I did actually have her at a high enough level, but I think it still didn't proc. I have noticed she seems to need to be like a little bit higher than just within green territory. Like, you need one extra training with her, it seems like, to be able to proc that event.
注目の一番人気くるっと回ってワオ一着のポーズ。
That was just opportunistic because my only training option was not good.
今日はどうすんだ。
一緒に頑張ろ
うさぎがレッよっしゃ
Oh, that's right. It's actually a goal race for her.
ここは負けられない一番人
I
気
should
10
look up what
番ゴール
gold
ドシッ
ships
プ。
like
実力は完全に
secret
上位
event
ですね
is. I don't remember.
貫禄すら感じてしまいます。クラシック3冠の1冠目を制する最も速い馬娘は彼女かもしれませんね。
どうや。飽きてきたでゴルシ。早く早く指示くれよ。もう待てなくなってんだよこっちはよ。
一緒に頑張ろ
タイキックで培った脚力で舞台を踏み鳴らしてやるぜ。
Okay, so if you win this race in both the classic and senior year with her, and choose the top option, you get +1 mood, +15 power, +3 to all stats, 45 skill points, and 4 bond with Yayoi.
合いだ。どうすんだ？予定あんなら聞いてやるよ。今日はどうすんだ？ぶつかり稽古。広め向いて。
張り切っていこ
ここは負けられない一番人気5番。どうや。亀かウサギかって言ったらゴルキからについてきない？やったね。まあ当然だよね。なあ、
張り切っていこ
私のファイティングよートロー早く。
う。やるわよ。合体魔法。
やる気マックスエンチャーテ
Wow, 73. Very nice. Wow, and fast learner. This might end up being a very good run.
注目の1番人気4番ゴール広め向いて走るとすげえ目が乾燥すんだよ。ここは負けられない1番人気7番なあ、走ってきていいか。広め向いて走ると
Well, it was a good opportunity to get our power up.
準備はバッチリだい。金銀財宝。ここは負けられない1番。どうや。
Small risk here, but it could really pay off. Or it could ruin my run. We'll see. Alright, all good.
当然だよね。
Oh no, tissues! The worst possible outcome. But that's okay, we've had a lot of other things go right for us.
彼消え失った。気合いだ。
I'm honestly really looking for an opportunity to do a Rico date here.
張り切っていこ
今日はどうすんだ？
Aw, thank you so much for the follow! Welcome! Oh, this is a tough choice. These are all really useful trainings. I'm pretty set on wit already, but this is so much unity potential.
う。一緒に頑張ろう。 やるわよ。合体魔法。
宴がレースか？注目の一番人気6番。
I'm in the rare position of actually needing to catch up on Rico dates.
行くぜ。タイキックで培った脚力で舞台。
Oh, geez. Wow.
張り切っていこう。
宴がレ注目の一番人気7番。
I was really struggling to get enough speed on a lot of my other runs, even running 3 speed cards, which I think was just really unusual bad luck. Because a lot of times I'm able to max speed on like a good number of characters, even just running 2 speed cards.
Do you find Gold Ship difficult to train?
I mean, she's a very willful horse. So it's not that she's necessarily difficult, as there's some added RNG in her run that can be tricky depending on where it lands. Or if she procs her, her locking you out of stuff thing, like a whole bunch of times, which can happen sometimes, and it just constantly locks you out of what you need, then you're just gonna have a bad day.
よっしゃー！サメで
it's probably not worth the risk. I really only need to do this one to be very comfortable.
ゴールしたらついてきない？まあ当然だよね。
And I really don't want to do something at this point that will, like, tank the run, because I do have fast learner, and I really want to take advantage of that. Of course I failed. Why wouldn't I fail? I'm just gonna rest. Screw it. Get my mood up too.
私のファン。行くぜ。
Occasionally, Gold Chip will also throw just like a ton of mood downs at me, which can be problematic. But if you manage your Rico charges well, then it's not usually too much of a problem. She does snipe me sometimes on like the very last turn, which is irritating, but not really like game-breaking usually. I think for beginners, she's definitely a very difficult horse to train. But for me personally, I'm, like, set up well enough that I might not end up getting an ideal run out of her, but I'll still get, like, to the end of the run, and it'll be somewhat vaguely passable, usually.
And which one you consider the most difficult until now?
Most difficult? I want to say Rice Shower? There might be another one that I'm forgetting that's even harder, though. Rice Shower is just so moody, though. Oh. You know, I think actually, Aru might be worse. Just because so many of her races she has no aptitude for. I don't have Narita unlocked, but I can't say I would be terribly surprised for her to be difficult. Unfortunate that I cannot take advantage of that speed training. Yep, there's one of those late game mood downs. Always right after I use a Rico date.
注目の一番人気どうや
Okay, I have enough energy that I think I'm basically guaranteed to get enough speed by the end of the run.
準備はバッチリだ
In an ideal world, I will also get a wit training maybe in there, but we'll see. This is entirely too close for how good my predictions were. Alright, there we go. What makes your Narita Taishin run so hard? Is it just like the way the career is set up, or...? I've heard she's a difficult horse, but I don't really know the details. This would be entirely too greedy of me.
The most moody Yuma I've ever trained.
Even more so than Rice Shower, huh?
ここは負けられない一番人気18番ゴールドシップ
Worst
実力は
indeed.
完全に
Ha
手
ha.
です
You know, it just occurred to me that I don't think I ever actually managed to pick up, horror recovery on this run. Well, the gold one, anyway.
タイキックで培った脚力で
Oh no, I did get Swinging Maestro. Okay. I didn't remember seeing that proccing, but I could have been coughing at the time or something. Weirdly enough, I'm actually in a position where I can greed this power training and still be safe to get my speed high enough, I think. Or I could greed the wit. There is a non-zero chance that my speed training could really suck next turn. This would put me in a better position for that, because my speed would be a little higher. As tempting as that is, I don't want to risk this run over it.
キング注目の一番人気
Oh, I forgot about the plus 14 I'm about to get.
どうや 今日はどうすんだ
Yeah, I mean, I should be safe here on speed, but I'll probably still do the speed training just because it'll make it even safer, that I'll definitely hit the cap, and it'll give me a pretty significant amount of power, like almost as much as I would get out of this power training.
Better safe than sorry.
宴か
Exactly.
どっちもかいいぜ受けて
That should have been enough, but...
注目の一番人気
Like the result. Nice training.
Thank you. Yeah, this is definitely way better than the other gold ships I was doing. I was having some pretty awful luck this past week with training. And also, I was sick enough that I'd occasionally make mistakes, which ruined a few of the good runs I had. Alright, 24... I would have gotten, I think, unless I missed something there, 29 speed, which wouldn't quite have been enough. I needed 39, so I'm glad I did the training. These are some pretty respectable stats, frankly. The guts is the only thing that's maybe a little bit lower than is ideal, but... yeah, ideal stats would have had that at 500 plus, but oh well. I think the added stamina and power and wit is definitely outweighing that. Alright, so let's pump some iron we definitely want here. Swinging Maestro for sure. That's gonna be our gold recovery. Let's see. Yep, we want it's on. No stopping me. We're not a pace chaser, so we're not doing prepared to pass. Inside scoop. That is actually a good speed skill for end closer. We may end up dropping that if we don't have the available, skill points, but we might have enough. Stand for sure. Ignited Spirit Speed. Yeah, we actually are gonna have plenty of spare points here. Why not? We might as well get Stamina Eater on her. Are we going to make a debuffer gold ship? I think firm conditions works. Yeah. I think straightaway acceleration's just plain bad on this course, though. Unfortunately, I do not have straightaway spurt, which would be really, really nice to have. That is one of the kind of, like, de facto skills that you really want to have on a gold ship for this course, but I don't have a consistent source of it, so it is what it is. Yeah, sure, why not? We're gonna make evil gold ship here. Now I could get Nakayama Race Course, which is the correct course, but I really don't need the additional stamina. So it might make more sense to just get Outer Post Proficiency. I don't usually like it because it's kind of a gamble whether you'll be in the right bracket or not. But I don't think I have anything better to spend the points on. It is unfortunate that I didn't get any, like, end closer corners or long corners or anything like that either. Is what it is, though. I feel reasonably good about this. I guess the only question is, would it be better to get an extra gold recovery skill rather than take these, because these aren't really considered useful here. I could drop those, and I could drop the Outer Post Proficiency. And that would allow me to afford Go Home Specialist. I think that might be the right move. It just gives me more chances of one of these actually proccing. And these days, when these proc, they do put you in pace up mode at least. Wait a second, I'm still taking Strategist? Okay. Let me replace that with... We'll replace that with Outer Post Proficiency. That, I think, is a slightly better setup here. This feels pretty legit. Oh yeah? Wow. She's even a half-decent parent. Officially, my highest rated gold ship ever. Great success, I will call that.
I'm Alec Verstappen from the club, by the way.
I see. I figured you were from the club, but I couldn't be sure who you were. Good to know. Thank you for coming to hang out.
星の装飾いいだろ見ているとこの
I guess the question is, since I seem to be on kind of a roll today, making Umas, do I go ahead and give a shot or two at, making a better Mayano while I'm at it?
この季節は星がよく見え
I
る
guess I might as well.
一度見たら目に焼き付くようなそんな輝きを私も残したいなレース中ふとトレーナーも一緒に走っていると感じることがあるとても心強い感覚だキャンドルに快眠効果があるらしいだが気をつけろ近づきすぎると赤鼻のトナカイになってしまうぞお知らせが届いているぞ確認した方がいいんじゃないか私より早い馬娘たちがまだまだいると思うと胸が高鳴るなまたカフェ巡りをしたいな
Wait, what deck was I using for Maya? Okay, same deck I was just using.
オグリキャップだみんなに最高の贈り物を届けよう
マヤのトップガン
Oh wait, but which... which parents was I using? Alright, it was... I think the trainer's name is actually Kita-san. Alright. Kita-san's Major Orion. And my Ogre Cap. Okay. Yeah, this one's a little rougher because I don't have double circle affinity. I do at least have A in everything. Which helps for triggering Maya's secret event.
Saあ、いよいよ始まりました青春杯。
I think I'm going to take a quick bio break before I get into the run here. BRB.
トレーナーちゃんとなら楽しくトレーニングできるからね。頑張ろうって思えるの。マヤを飽きさせちゃダメだよ。トレーナーちゃんなら問題ないと思うけどね。早く早く早くトレーニング始めようよ。マヤ頑張ります。よくできたらいっぱい褒めてね。準備 OK。 マヤちんいつでもテイクオフできるよ。ワクワク楽しいこと見つけられるかな。トレーナーちゃんとなら楽しくトレーニングできるからね。頑張ろうって思えるの。マヤ頑張っちゃうよ。目を離さないでしっかり見てて。マヤを飽きさせちゃダメだよ。トレーナーちゃんなら問題ないと思うけどね。ワクワク楽しいこと見つけられるかな。マヤ頑張ります。よくできたらいっぱい褒めてね。準備 OK。 マヤちんいつでもテイクオフできるよ。マヤを飽きさせちゃダメだよ。トレーナーちゃんなら問題ないと思うけどね。早く早く早くトレーニング始めようよ。トレーナーちゃんとなら楽しくトレーニングできるからね。頑張ろうって思えるの。準備 OK。 マヤちんいつでもテイクオフできるよ。
And we're back.
あいこ
Oh, that is not when I want that to trigger.
トレーニングできるからね。頑張ろうって思えるの。
For those not aware, the Mayano's Love Advice event does a wit check, and if you pass the wit check, you automatically get Fast Learner. Or if you pass the wit check, you get Fast Learner. If your wit is 600 plus, you automatically pass the wit check, and therefore automatically get Fast Learner. You do not want that to trigger at the start of the run before you've had a chance to do even a single wit training. Like, I'm probably better off just scrapping this run and starting over.
私を
マヤのトップガン。
Cause like, could I still make a passable Mayano Top Gun out of it? Yes. Or well, not quite passable, but I like vaguely usable. The thing is, I need it to be better than my existing Mayano Top Gun, which already had Fast Learner.
さあ
Sometimes it's a matter of failing faster.
I hate my ramen is cold after I finished cooking it 30 minutes ago.
Oh no! Cold soggy ramen is no good. That's bad times. I'm sorry.
It's also cold here in Hokkaido.
Oh, you're actually out in Japan, huh? I hear it does get pretty chilly in Hokkaido.
I work here, LOL.
That's pretty cool. You have a good time? You enjoy the work? Hydrate, you sing? Will do. I will note my voice is like this not because I'm dehydrated, but because I'm been sick for over a week now.
No cold, it's cold, and I'm from a tropical country.
Ah. That's pretty rough then. I'm sorry. Also makes sense why the ramen would get cold so fast. Well, I mean, 30 minutes is a long time to leave ramen sitting, I suppose. Oh, this is unfortunate. I do want Lone Wolf. I do not want mood loss at this point in the run, though. Let's just see how this goes. I have been known to pick up Lone Wolf from other sources sometimes. speed is a bit lower than I'd like to see it at this point.
8番
びっくりマヤに夢中になっちゃった。
But it's still early in the run, there's chances to recover from that. See? Accidentally right-clicked. It was a little tough because none of those were especially good. Oh, we got the Love Advice event early again. Alright, we're just gonna restart.
キャンドルは快眠効果があるらしい。
マヤのトップガン。
さあ
最適だかも。準備 OK。 すぐ終わらせちゃうよ。
You know what? Whatever. I'll get the extra 5 stats.
マヤ頑張って。
We'll gamble on
ちゃ
that.
んと見ててね。マヤはアイコピー。早く早く。ちゃんと見ててね。あれれ。アイコピー。どんなトレーニング。
Pretty bad luck on that race.
あれれ。すぐ終わらせちゃうよ。マヤが。いくよ。
Oh, there's the Love Advice event again.
元気が急降下しちゃってる。
赤い衣装の早秀は
I really feel like you shouldn't be able to get that event before make debut.
特に
Think I'm out of borrows? I am. Alright,
イベント
well
が
in that
近いし
case, it is time to race.
ねえねえ、面白いレースあるかな。
Runner history so far, we'll be replacing this Ogre with a significantly higher statted one that has over 1,000 weight.
Good luck.
This is the Maya we're using. She's been doing pretty well in the actual races, even though she was doing almost nothing in testing. And thank you very much. And we switched between these two gold ships, mainly because one of them has Lone Wolf, and I realized that it was conflicting with the Lone Wolf on my Mayano. But this one definitely had the higher win rate.
このゴールドシップ様を呼んだか。ごレースを走ります。対戦する相手は
オグリキャップだ。みんなに最高の贈りオグリキャップだ。みんなに最高の贈り物を届けよう。
サジタリウス杯大きな大会です。誰を出
Alright, I feel like those are pretty substantial upgrades going into round 2, which is good because I really felt my team was pretty shaky for the round 2 section here.
勝ちに行こう。
I was only averaging like 2 or 3 wins per entry in round 1, and round 2 tends to be significantly harder. Oh, interesting. Ogre's the number 1 favorite, even though mood is bad. Versus good on Gold Ship, wow. Bad mood on Mayano too, awesome. See how this plays out. Interesting. I feel like my gold chip's in a pretty good position here. Or she was, at least. Jeez. Oh, that was close, but not quite. Interesting. Got taken out by an okay-ish O-grade cap, apparently. Probably be seeing a lot more Xmas Ogres in round 2.
6番ゴールドシップ4番美しいスタート。
Oh, she's got such a big lead. Is that a front-runner Christmas Ogre? No, it was still pace. Just a lucky pace, okay. Oh. S long and S pace and S turf. Alright. Well, that certainly gives a certain amount of advantage.
Triple S. My gosh.
I know, right? I should buy some lottery tickets.
間。次。さあゲット。
I think I might have this one.
Oh, Tanuki.
A tanuki? I'm a snow leopard. Although that's exactly what a tanuki pretending to be a snow leopard would say. Well, at least I qualified for Group B. And hello, welcome. Nice to meet you.
ゴルシ様についてきない？
Astro_Slime_Slime.
ゴールドシップ。
まずまずの仕上がりですね。この子の持久力。
晴れ渡る。スタート。
I might have a hard time catching up with this other ogre. She's pretty far ahead. Nice try, Maya, but that was a little bit late on that proc. Good effort. Nice S again. Not triple S this time, though. Yeah, that's a pretty solid ogre. I am seeing a lot of the ogres here in bracket 2 or bracket A or whatever we want to call this. Are running 4 recovery skills like I am.
実力は引けを取りません。美しい。スタート。
Double late start. Rough. Oh no, blocked in. Oh, there we go, slipped out. Not quite sure about the timing on that ultimate. I think I got the speed carryover on it. Gold ship trying hard too. Oh, but we got sniped by Narita Taishin and the enemy gold ship. Double S Narita Taishin. They are really no joke. Only 1 win, wow. And that's with the upgraded team. Hopefully we can do a little bit better here before the end of the entries that we have today.
.6 番ゴールドシップ4番人気です。
One thing is we're definitely seeing a lot less front runners in the lobbies today. And having a front runner around really helps my team out.
To share my sadly about Umamusume that sadly needs to go to the glue factory because her bad skills. 660930084582.
Oops, I forgot to take a look at... Tomoyo Cross, okay. I'm trying to remember how I actually look someone up by that number. I think it might be in here?
On the friend ID.
Well, that's the friend ID that you sent. I thought it was for the individual horse.
How far is your other monitor?
They're side by side, but they are relatively large.
Your character is like licking the other room.
Groundwork and no green skills. Countermeasure.
Sadly, she needs to go to the glue factory.
Yeah, I can kind of see why. That's rough. I'm sorry. Turf S
Only
even.
miss one green to activate groundwork.
I assume you were building her for a sprint given the very low stamina. And several sprint-related skills.
Yes.
Groundwork definitely activates much more reliably off of 3 greens than it does off of gold skills. But having very high wit can help.
I always get like 10 to 12.
More than 10 what? Sorry, I'm not sure what the context is there. Oops, wrong thing.
Skill asterisk.
It has a lot to do with, like, what support cards you're running. You really want to ideally run some support cards that give you useful things for what you're building for. But also, the parents that you use are very important. And then there's just plain old luck. rocking off of your Unity trainings and your blue bubbles.
Meanwhile, me running gold ship with only
ライ
6
バルたちは
skills.
強力ですが
Oof.
構想
Well, hopefully they're mostly at least gold skills. But yeah, it's important to borrow a parent that has really relevant skills for what you're doing.
And she wins her career.
I mean, I usually get through the career mode without buying any skills until after the career's over. Well, interesting. These two... Seiyun Sky has the advantage between them in that she really likes there to be someone for her to compete against in the league.
No skills.
Correct. You just have to overstat the races and you can get all the way through with no skills. Then you buy all the skills in post, ideally, in case you proc Fast Learner along the way, or get hints for any of the skills that you need. I am getting my butt kicked over here. I actually lost to a frontrunner. Very unexpected. 2 S's.
No skills, as in all the way to UI finals.
Correct. All the Umas on my team were built that way, actually. None of them bought a single skill until after the career was completely over.
I think I'll try that.
You have to have a good enough support deck to be able to do it. But once you're able to do it somewhat reliably, it's better to, ideally. Just because you have the chance of being able to buy more skills total. It's looking pretty good for my Ogre. Alright.
待たせたな。これが私からのプレゼントだ。
And like my gold ship here, you can see also came out with the undefeated title. So didn't get less than first place in any of her races despite having no skills. I think my Ogre got a 3rd place on one race, so she didn't end up with the title. This is looking pretty good for me. suddenly getting dicey, though. Oh, gold ship! Wait, was it Mayano or gold ship? Mayano won!
ランディングキース早地に大勝利
Good job, Mayano. Deserve your head pats.
みんな全力で行
Can
こ
I
う
secure this last win? Let's find out. That'll send me to the finals. Well, rank A finals, I mean. Oh, late start on Mayano. But at least she's a end closer anyway. Seiyun Sky against Seiyun Sky. Interesting. Did Mayano take it? Did she win despite the late start?
ランディング
She did! Go Mayano! Alright, we qualified for the final round. Group A.
ありがとねトレーナーちゃん I also just qualified to Group A. Yay!
Congratulations! Good job! Alright, from here on out, we're just farming.
出走登録するウマ娘を3人選んでください。コルシ様についてきない？
Tomorrow I'll take a few more shots at Mayano and see if I can make a better one. Even though I hate to let this one go with how much work she's been doing for the team.
$4番人気2番美しいスタートです。
Oh, interesting. There's a regular ogre in there. Speed carryover, very nice. I saw Let's Pump Some Iron. Gold Chip takes it. Alright.
わいわいトレイどうや
勝ちに行こう
7番美しい今
My ogre debuff hit. Or not my ogre, my gold ship debuff. Oh, was that enough? It was!
ランディング
Maya at the last second.
早くに大勝利勝っちゃうもんね
Suddenly seem to be doing a lot better. Watch me jinx that. Wedding Mayano in the lead here. Intriguing. I think is just a lucky piece. I don't think she's actually a frontrunner. Oh, enemy gold ship.
2着か悪くない結果だ
Yeah, that's a pretty solid gold ship. Long S. Straightaway spurt. That's one thing I'm definitely still lacking. Interestingly, no... Let's pump some iron, though. That Tamayu cross is probably gonna get me. Yep, there she goes. What happened to my gold chip there? She must have gotten just stuck in that pack. I don't know enough about Tomoyo Cross to be able to judge this well, but in general, it looks relatively solid. And I'm seeing... Let's pump some iron, and... I thought I saw straightaway spurt, but it must have been straightaway adept.
目の2番人気3番ゴールドシップ。
素晴らしい雰囲気を感じ。
美しい青スタート。
Pretty commanding lead here. We'll see what happens. I think I procced my ult. No, I didn't even proc it yet. Okay. Yeah, that was near perfect timing on her ult. Especially for that far ahead on top of it. Alright, another triple win. I'll take it.
出走登録する馬娘を3人選んでください。
勝ちに行こう。
Like, I probably at least break even on carrots here. Silent Suzuka is said to not be very good for this track. Alright. Victory is ours. My ex-Miss Ogre, as a pace chaser, really hangs out in frontrunner territory a lot. Oh, Mayano making a move. Think she was able to take out those two Narita Taishins? Alright, good job, Mayano. Well, I think my Ogre was in second place anyway. Yeah. They were pretty close behind, though. Nose, neck, yeah. Off to a good start. If I'm able to go 5 for 5 on one of these, I'll feel really good about my odds in the final round.
4番人気は美しい。さあゲートだけ。
Double late start. Oh, that gold chip. Oh, we made it.
待たせたな。これが私からのプレゼントだ。
ゴルシ様についてきない？2番人気6番ゴールドシップ注目の1番人気1番晴れ渡るぞ。
That mood on Mayano might turn out to be the deciding factor here. Though Ogre's was not at all bad either. And she's got a pretty commanding lead. Speed carryover. Untouchable. Is this it? Will we go 5 for 5? Will it finally happen? I think that's my gold chip that was throwing out some debuffs. Although there is an Agnes Tachyon in here too. Will it be enough? I think it was, with gold chip in second, I think? Yeah? Alright! Extremely solid. I'm feeling good there. Gold chip at 15% win rate. 25% for Ogre. Supplanting Mayano as kind of the carry for the team here. Feels pretty good. That's a combined 61.7% win rate. Although this one's a little skewed because she's been around since the earlier rounds. Not too shabby. Carrots. Awesome. And yeah, considering I got 150 carrots off my 30 carrot investment, profit of 120 carrots definitely seemed worth that last entry. And with that, I think I am officially done for the day on Uma. So I'm gonna take a short break and find another game to play.
Sounds reasonable. What are you planning to play?
In all honesty, I have not yet decided. I'll figure it out when I return from my break. BRB. As we switch to mystery game.
頭のベルをタマがすごく気に入ってくれてな。ベルが鳴るおかげで私を見失わなくて助かるそうだ。サンタさんとトナカイとは一度競ってみたいな。さぞ早いんだろう。星の装飾いいだろう。見ているとこの輝きに勝る活躍をしなければと勇気が湧くんだ。レース中ふとトレーナーも一緒に走っていると感じることがある。とても心強い感覚だ。赤い衣装のハヤヒレはサンタさんにそっくりだな。後ろから見ると特に。
Curious game. Never heard of it.
Oops. Apparently I've been muted. Yeah. I don't know if it picked up what I said earlier, but, yeah, this didn't release to a lot of fanfare or anything. I think it might be something I kind of only even heard of because I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. It came out pretty recently, and it is, from Weta Workshop, which, may or may not sound familiar as the people who made all the, like, weapons and, creature costumes for the Lord of the Rings movies. Which, it's wild to me that they now actually have, like, a game development arm. I don't know how that happened, but it's kind of cool to see them making something like this in a way. I think I have to go with this hairdo. It's very cute. Very snow leopard eyebrows. And yeah, I haven't tried this out yet myself. I don't know a ton about it. I think it's kind of vaguely, in the same genre as, like, Stardew Valley and, like, Story of Seasons and stuff like that. But I'm not 100% on that. Kind of like this darker hair color better, except that it feels a little bit muddied. I feel like this one just has better highlights and pops a little better. Whoa, too much jaw on that one. Kindly move your finger out of the way of your mouth. I'm trying to examine your lipstick here. And or lips thereof, it's hard to say exactly which. Okay, some of these are getting a little into, like, Joker territory. Oh, no. Change foot hair. There is not a no foot hair option. There is only less foot hair. Oh no, I don't like how it comes out of the toe. Right? Getting big Ren Fair vibes. Color match is better with this, but I kind of like the mismatch. Makes it feel more like a corset. No, I'm good without the glasses. You can only choose from a list? Maggot feels like a weird one, but remember Farmer Maggot was an actual character in Lord of the Rings. Underhill was the fake name that Bilbo used in The Hobbit. Now, Sackville, I was under the impression, is a place, and that Baggins were the last name of the people that had shown up from there. I mean, Brownlock would be appropriate. good enough. Oh wait, okay, there is a custom name option. Oh, but only for the first name? Looking substantially different from when Gandalf first approached. Gandalf's special interest is hobbits. I feel like Gandalf's hat is not nearly pointy enough. A hobbit that knows nothing about fishing or cooking? Tutorial time. Implying that Bilbo made the map. So, this is happening in the Third Age, which implies it is in fact before the events of Lord of the Rings. Since the end of Lord of the Rings marked the end of the Third Age and the start of the Fourth Age, by my understanding. And sorry again for everyone watching this later on, like the VODs. I have been sick for over a week, and, blocking the way out with a cow. It has definitely impacted my voice significantly. I know I'm supposed to go for that exclamation point, but I'm 100% going for the sparkly instead. Oh, this is my new home? Sure does. address is wrong. Okay. They did a good job of capturing how, like, idyllic the Shire is. Oh! I want to see how the game looks on higher settings, which I should hypothetically be able to handle no problem. Oh yeah, that's way crisper. Okay. Now, I mean, this is still a very highly stylized game. And I think that honestly is better than them going, like, hyper-realistic with it. I feel like this slightly more cartoonish style gives this far more charm and coziness. And it makes whatever little graphical glitches and bugs they might have feel much easier to forgive. Now that's nice of them. They, made it so that...
At least not an Ubisoft game.
Yeah? They made it so that the camera looks through objects so that you can still see yourself. That's appreciated. Ah, a Proudfoot.
Oi.
I did notice that their name was not in the list. Presumably this is why. Unless I just overlooked it. The Prancing Pony in Bree is where they were supposed to meet Gandalf and instead met Strider. Oh darn, missed second breakfast. Alright, got like a little chicken coop there. Little garden. Like, how awesome would it actually be to live in a place like this? This feels like so quaint, so charming. And like, if you could actually live off of just having your little garden and stuff, how amazing would that be?
Yeah.
I doubt I was supposed to go in through the back door, but whatever.
Ooh.
I feel like they have a very kind of communal inheritance on housing. Like, maybe she didn't have any relatives that needed it or something. But it seems like nobody... What am I trying to do here? Okay, the target is slightly more smooth, I think? Like, maybe right about there? I do appreciate that they didn't make this like a skill check, timing slider. Because that's just not what I want from this kind of game. Interesting that they call it maize, not corn. Little writing nook. Okay, so inviting people over to eat with you is apparently a big part of the game.
Ooh. Oh.
We like to do things properly in Bywater, but let's not do that. Wow, he certainly is eager. He did say he missed second breakfast. I guess rather than rhubarb pie, this is like rhubarb oatmeal, kind of? It does have milk and oats. I feel like the expressions are a little bit over-exaggerating. I mean, it does read nicely, but it's a tad on the theatrical side.
Oh.
Oh, apparently I did go in through the correct door. Farmer Cotton, I think, is an actual Lord of the Rings character? Or at least a Farmer Cotton, I think, was. Oh, that wasn't a direction for me, that was a joke. Okay. Oh, this guy is a postal worker. Okay. It's not my job, I just do it. The birds just magically know your destination, got it. Gosh, it sure is. One thing I don't super like is that this feels like a game very much about, like, chilling and exploring, as much as anything else, but they don't seem to want to reward you, or in many cases even allow you to explore in this very kind of on-rails intro. But gosh, is this cute and charming. Here, huh? Word apparently travels very fast. Who ran ahead of me to tell you that? Bywater would be in West Farthing. I had never really thought about it. Oh no, it's a big mouth bass.
Huh.
Old King gave us the Shire to live in. I'm not familiar with that event in the world's history. They must be referring to something from the Silmarillion. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if it was covered in the Rings of Power series. Yuki love? Did I just randomly receive lettuce? What's going on? It does rather seem like you can't really interact with people unless there's like a specific event for you to interact with. Ooh, games. birds are an interesting choice. Like, I don't feel like they make a lot of sense, but at least they're a little bit less game logic-y than, like, a sparkling trail you follow or something like that. They're not quite as clear of a direction, but they do work. I can definitely see someone just running around this game, or not just someone, but a lot of players, and probably me too if I were to stick with it. Just kind of running around harvesting stuff for hours. Just finding so many collectibles. See, that bird was very easy to miss. Which kind of goes back to what I was saying about it being not as clear as it could be. But I mean, it's also the kind of game where it's not that bad to get a little bit lost for a minute and have to find your path again. It just, I think people who have a really hard time with maps could struggle. Like, look how pretty this all is. I feel like I'm being hazed. This guy might be a tiny bit crazy. It's a pretty detailed fishing system. At least as detailed as Animal Crossing. He did specifically tell me not to fish here. Oh no, he took me over to the other pond. It just kind of teleported me. Okay. Still not sure I fully understand this fishing system. Ruins implies there might be some exploration going on in this game, too. Aw, one of my kitties has come to say hello. Hey, baby. Please hold. Hands are currently busy. The demand for pets is strong. Oh, she's nuzzling the controller. And sorry, she's hitting the microphone too. That might not sound super great. I think she might be trying to tell me that it is, in fact, kitty dinner time. Which she is vaguely correct about. Let me go feed the kitties real quick. BRB. Actually, it occurs to me that it is gotten reasonably late and I have not had dinner yet myself, so I think I'll go ahead and wrap it up here, and see if I can find somebody to read real quick. Alright, I do not know this person. We're going to kind of blind read into Luciana Lunes, who is playing Quarantine Zone, the last check. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Hope to see you all again next time on Yukikaze Gaming. Matanou!